The third segment here, we're going to talk about African Americans, and I'll be joined by Spencer Alexander. Spencer, welcome to the show here.
Nice to be here.
All right, you had a chance to listen to what Ogun Susi here just had to say. You know, the programming of American blacks. Are we going to ever get beyond that being programmed? I mean, how do we grow out of that?
Well, I have to agree with the brother very much. We are programmed, and we're still programmed. Our people are sick. We really are. When it comes times to take action, we find excuses. We have to start changing some things, the way we think, the way we eat, the way we do things. We have to get back out in the street. Our youths are out in the street, but they're not protesting nothing. They're standing out there. They're in the way. You can come down the street to drive. They barely want to move to let you get by. So, yeah, we are very programmed, and it's time to find some type of antidote to deprogram us, and things like with the radio station here in town, not to name it, but they play a lot of this, sexual type music, and that's not helping us in our community in no type of way, especially when our children can hear that, and the parents got to be held responsible too, and the churches and the state, and
The state how? How do you mean that?
the state how it's not like they don't hear that things on the radio. I was getting some, why would you even have a type of song like that to be able to be played, especially in the broader part of the day when children is up? If they're going to play things like that, the FCC ought to put some type of ban on it. You putting ban on it when it's in the store, saying what type of language is on there. Well, if that language is so bad, then why can't we have a ban that music don't get played until certain hours, like 2 a.m. to 4 a.m.?
But the programming. Now, one idea that I came up with, I don't know how original this is, but again, history, in my opinion, always is the answer. I mean, just like, again, we got to go back to Willie Lynch here for a moment. Why is that a bad idea or a good idea to go back that far? Because, as I look at it, because I've been black all my life too. Mm-hmm. And when I look at the Lynch model, that's about as concise of a model as you can ever have. I mean, it explains everything, very, very detailedly and very succinctly as to what our problems are, and it seems as though we keep perpetuating that, and it is a way to break that, but we got to go back that far to understand the model and understand what it's doing to us. I mean, it's almost like, in my opinion, if we know that certain behaviors will cause cancer, we change those behaviors, there go the cancer.
I can understand where you're coming from, but if you say you want to go back that far, okay, well, if you go back that far, they changed our names, right? They took our original name and gave us another name. I'm not going to say slave name because I don't look at it that way, because a lot of people right nowadays is changing their names. What's the good of changing our names if we're not changing our ways? So if you go back that far, yeah, you're going to see some fear that was put in us. A lot of fear. They taught us how mama jokes. That's where they started at. Where your mama at? Now you got shows where you can be on the show talking about mama jokes and be a celebrity now. So you see, it's a big game out there, and people have to start understanding that the power is in us. The other two guests before me, they're fighting the same thing that I'm fighting. Everything is everything. It's all the same. We have to come together. CT, come together. We need a unity party here in Fort Wayne. And the people that feel that they want to make a difference, we got to start contacting them people like myself. I want to go grassroots. I want to start from the bottom and come up. The youths are out here, they don't want to work because they feel like, if there was something out there for them, then they would be there. But there's nothing out there for them. The schools don't want to teach the truth. Why can't Willie Lynch be in the school? Why do we have to look at history as if, yeah, that was y'all and that's the way y'all going to stay? Why they can't make history like, yeah, this is history, we wrong, we sorry, and we want to fix it? They don't look at it that way. All they doing is they breeding this in society. They breeding hatred. They breeding it. They glamorizing it. They honoring murder. They honoring death. They honoring hating. They honoring separation. That's what they're breeding, because you don't hear it commonly enough in our music, on TV, in the movies, and all of that. It's a make-believe world out there.
But the young people have bought into that.
Yes, they have.
Just like a lot of the messages that come from the rap artists, especially with the gangster rap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of young people don't understand the fact that these guys who are gangsters with their music are college educated on the other hand.
Some of them are college educated, some of them are street educated. And when I mean street educated, I'm talking about, where did they start, where did they get their funding? A lot of their fundings came from the street, from the dope. And the thing is with this gangster rap is, they're belittling our whole society of our people. They're turning our girls into what they call the hoochie mamas and this and that. And the things that they're saying about each other and their brothers and sisters, it's just totally out of character. It's not helping us in any type of way. Now, you got brothers out there like Brother Prophet. He's making a lot of sense, but we would not glamorize that. We're stuck on, we can do this when we have freed ourselves. And not just the black people, but white people, Native American, all kind of people, because we all fighting the same battle. That's why we got to come together. The power is in the people. Put the people first, and you can make some changes. But people have got to start changing their conduct, the way they think. They got to start loving one another. Our grandmothers are crying. They're looking at us. They can't tell us nothing. We don't want to listen. We got to start absorbing that. Children have to start taking initiative. They know what they're supposed to do. I worked for youth services for 6 years, and I used to get the children in a lot talking about their parents. Like I tell them, that's your parents, but what is you doing? Do you get up and go to school on time? Do you take initiative to help do the chores around the house? Do your parents have to harp on you to do all that? Because that's your parents, and one day you're going to be out there an adult, then what are you going to do?
I want to mention that because, okay, you have been involved in the working in the correctional system for quite a while. Mm-hmm. What common denominators are you seeing among what's bringing in the black youths, Hispanic youths, white youths? Is there any common denominators there besides drugs?
Ignorance. Ignorance to the point where, they're not thinking before they move. I like to have a good time, but I try to think before I move. I'm not trying to deliver myself downtown. I'm not trying to catch a DUI. And it's not like I haven't had one before, but that's not nothing I would like to go through again. So we got to start thinking before we move. Designated driver, that's very important. These kids out here, they're getting caught up in the scheme of things, the music bumping, boom, boom, boom. And next thing you know, some done cracked off. But a lot of this killing is retaliation. You still got this gang thing going on. Nobody want to talk about it, though. One guy got shot.
Is that serious?
Yes, it's very serious. It is very serious. And I'm a part of RS7 Nation. And that's the new nation that I want to see. All these things that the 5 and the 6 and all this is talking about that they stand for, peace, love, and unity and harmony, they got to get real with that. Because you can go downtown, and when the sets is downtown and they locked up, they'll ride together while they locked up. But when they come out, then it's split up and it's on again. It don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. It's a lot of this killing is retaliation. You shot my boy, I'm shooting your boy. Then it's going to get down to the point, you shot my mom, I'm shooting your mom. You shot my sister, I'm shooting your... Because all the guys going to either be locked up or dead, so who you going to shoot next?
Now, that's another word for that is genocide.
Exactly. It's by design. They don't make food for people, they make food for profit. For money. Everything is for money. And the people got to start seeing that. As long as we contribute our money to these terms and, to these establishments out here, not to name nobody, as long as we continue to indulge in their little, crap, that's what it is, because it's not really serving no type of nutritional value for us, spiritually, mentally, or physically. So as long as we feed into it, they getting richer and richer. And who's getting richer and richer? The ones who can just go out there and just blow the money away. We got a gas shortage, but your kids riding around, hopping around, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't really going to work. Mopeds everywhere. Where they going? They doing nothing. Can't get them to clean up their room. So you see, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. And I'm like this is the way I see it. It's coming down to real and fake. And that's the way it always been. Either you got the divine in you or you don't have the divine in you. And that's what it's coming down to, real and fake. It ain't got nothing to do with color. It ain't got nothing to do with race. It ain't got nothing to do with prejudice, racism, none of that. Either you real or you fake. And a lot of these so-called activists in the community, the time is coming, because if you try to chop one man down, you got to understand that the higher power, the most divine, is working through that man. So, you can try to kill the messenger, but you ain't gonna kill what's gonna be done. the work will be done.
Let me ask you this. All right, you mentioned that you went to Jamaica and you visited Trinidad.
Yes, I have.
How did that intellectually enlighten you to the issues here in America?
It enlightened me very much because the people got to talk to me, and to be honest with you, I heard things like they thought it was gold streets over here. Honestly, they thought it was gold streets over there. So I had to tell them the truth. No, our youth is over there. They're gang banging. They riding highs in their car. They got the doves, all this on. They got the bling, bling, bling. That's what America is all about. If you come over there, that's what you're going to see. And a lot of your people that come from your country that come over there, one reason why they run back, because America is nothing but bill, 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 bill. Let's kill Bill. You come over here, if you can't handle the bills, yeah, you're going to run back. And when they heard me make that comment, they're like, you know, that's true, man. I see a lot of mine come here and they come back. That's why they come back, because they can't fit in the scheme of things. It's bills over here. You got to pay for everything in America. Pay, 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 pay. That's it. So it's boiling down to, like I said, it's boiling down to the people. The power is in the people. Put the people first, the people can make changes. But they got to think alike, move alike, just like when they was going to do that May 15th thing down in there south when the Mexicans wasn't going to work that day.
Okay.
The next day they was in Nashville. The next day just took over Nashville, protesting. Now I don't see a whole lot of blacks protesting here about nothing. You try to get people to rally around here, Fort Wayne, Indiana. The thing about Fort Wayne, they talking too much about ain't nothing to do in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne this, Fort Wayne that. Them type of conversation I don't even honor no more, because my mind is wider than Fort Wayne.